Welcome back, Nuevo, to round 2 of the Victory Road Finals. Today we're going to be showcasing the round 2 match between Karim and Carlos. It's going to be the second match that was turned in for round 2. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but looking at the teams, we can hope to expect a lot from these two competitors. Karim is usually in mainly a standard team that he's been using throughout the NBL. Pretty well known at this point. And then Carlos is using a little mix-up of a team. Obviously going to be carrying the Mega Beedrill, so I hope to see a lot of from this Mega Beedrill because it does have a lot of promise in this match. Anyway, without further ado, let's just go ahead and hop right into this match. Okay, so Carlos is going to lead things off with the Hydreigon, and then Karim's going to make a good prediction by leading off with his public flavor. Carlos is going to switch immediately into his Mega Beedrill at this point. Take this Moon Blast pretty well. In fact, this Beedrill just ate this Moon Blast thanks to his typing. Anyway, Carlos is going to go ahead and go into his Mega Evolution, revealing the Mega Beedrill and all of his full power. With a Poison Jab, is going to do a tremendous amount of damage to this Talonflame here and get the poison off on it, which is very unfortunate for the Talonflame. It's pretty much gone at this point. So that Carlos is going to go ahead and return, obviously not wanting to take a priority Brave Bird. And he's going to go into his Dolphin, his defensive tank. Karim's going to go ahead and go into his Brave Bird, which obviously the recoil is going to do a tremendous amount of damage, enough so that this poison should, in theory, take it out the next turn. Which it in fact does. So Talonflame is down from the get-go. Which is going to be an impressive 6-0 lead, or 6-5 lead on Carlos' behalf. Anyway, Karim's going to go ahead and go into his closer this turn and go for the Ice Spear immediately. And this Ice Spear is just enough to KO this Dolphin. With that, Carlos is going to go ahead and retaliate with his Magnezone. And not wanting to stay out against Special Attacker, Karim's going to return and go into his Rotom. With a pretty OP Thunderbolt, Magnezone's going to do a pretty sizable amount of damage to this Rotom Wash, and then it's going to switch out to his own Rotom to take this Hydro Pump pretty low. But obviously not wanting to stay in Rotom v Rotom, Karim's Rotom is going to go ahead and switch out with the Volt Switch here. With that, Karim's going to go ahead and switch into his Flail. Obviously, he's going to Will-O-Wisp. Glad he not. He's going to return and go into his Beedrill once more. Karim's going to begin with Calm Mind. But I doubt this Clefable is going to want to stay against this Poison Jab from this Mega Beedrill. But he does anyway, which I'm actually surprised that he decides to do this. Mega Beedrill does KO this Clefable instantaneously with this massive attack stat. Anyway, now Karim's going to switch to his defensive tank once more at the Cloister, but Mega Beedrill is going to outspeed and go for the U-turn and return to his ball, doing half damage from a U-turn, which is that's just amazing against a Cloister. Anyway, now we're going to see Conqueror come out to the field, his worker. And Karim's going to go for the Shell Smash this turn to boost up, get that speed boost, get that special attack and attack boost. And he's going to go straight in for the Icicle Spear. Which just does an insane amount of damage to this Conqueror and KOs it. Getting crit on the last turn, which obviously did not matter. Conqueror down. Coil's going to switch back into his Magnezone this turn. It's going to take this Razor Shell. Does a ton of damage to the Magnezone and drops his defense, but Magnezone is able to survive and get off a Thunderbolt, which is going to KO this Cloyster this turn. And he is carrying the Shell Bell so that he can get his health back slowly. And here comes Dick Pinch with the Mold Breaker Earthquake. And he's going to be able to KO this Magnezone. And get the Moxie Boost. So this is a dangerous situation for Carlos at this point. Obviously, we've seen Mega Pinsir doing a lot for Karim's team, just annihilating people on a regular basis. So we're going to see if he can overcome this Mega Pinsir with the Moxie Boost. Anyway, Dick Pinch is going to go in for the quick attack against this Hydreigon. It's going to do half damage, and Hydreigon is going to retaliate with his Flamethrower, which does take out the Mega Pinsir. It's a very fierce battle, ladies and gentlemen. Karim's going to come in with his Mandibuzz here, take this Dragon Pulse, which does a pretty sizable amount of damage thanks to the Life Orb. Mandibuzz is going to go ahead and go for the knockoff. It's not going to do that much damage, obviously, because Hydreigon is, is a Dark type. And that was a very bad play on Karim's part, knocking off his Life Orb. Potentially. Now Hydreigon can disband this Dragon Pulse here, which does crit this turn, almost KO'ing. Look, the Roost looks like this change is going to take a minute. And Karim just going to play very defensive here, trying to get this Mandibuzz back up to full health while stalling out on this Dragon Pulse. Looks like neither competitor wants to take an inch right now. It looks as though Carlos essentially is just giving up on this Hydreigon surviving, basically. And Mandibuzz is going to go for Foul Play this turn. It is able to knock out this Hydreigon and crits, which is funny to me. But anyway, now Hydreigon is down. He did a little bit of damage to Mandibuzz last turn, which is going to set Carlos up for the Thunderbolt this turn. Ooh. And just barely Mandibuzz is able to survive by about, I think, 4 HP is what I heard. Anyway, another Thunderbolt is going to fly out, and Mandibuzz is going to go down. Rotom is going to come out on Karim's side of the field, discharge, and do a pretty sizable chunk of damage to Carlos' Rotom. Shoots off a Thunderbolt. Does basically nothing to Karim's Rotom because his is especially defensive, it seems. He's going to shoot off another Thunderbolt here to KO it finally. Anyway, Carlos is going to switch back into his last Pokemon, Mega Beedrill, go for the Poison Jab, and is able to down this Rotom this turn. Anyway, with that, Carlos is going to take the win over Karim, and I believe this is a 1-0 match. Congrats to both guys for making it this far, but special congratulations to Carlos for making it to round 3. He's going to be the second person in the place in the top 4. Anyway, I should do this before the match, but anyway, Carlos is the most experienced battler, Victory Road battler in all of Nuevo, and qualified for all 4 seasons at this point. Karim was the Victory Road newcomer, obviously, and both of them took weak leads in the competition, but fighting off attackers left and right to secure their spots here. But obviously Carlos is going to be the better battler in this match, and we have to see a lot from him as the NBL comes to a close. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like this video, share, subscribe, comment what you guys liked about it, and be sure to check out the next one. I'll see you guys next time.